Hello guys, welcome back to our channel. We are so excited to have you again. After the victory by Joe Biden in the just concluded presidential election in the United States of America, President Buhari came on board to congratulate Joe Biden for his victory. But Joe Parkinson, who is the Wall Street Journal Africa Bureau chief, who is also leading a team of correspondents chronicling business policy and geopolitical trend across Africa, took a swipe at President Muhammadu Buhari. And according to him, he said that Joe Biden is not the kind of president that will be manipulated and all of that. According to him, he said Nigerian president was one of the first African leaders to congratulate Biden, but privately, some of his key advisors were hoping for Trump victory and are worried. The reasons are quite simple and are linked: human rights, the NSAS protest, and weapon sales trade. He went further to say, brought up a picture of Joe Biden and Buhari, and he said this picture or this photo was taken in Washington in 2015 when Buhari was toast of the town. The old general's new broom will sweep away corruption and, far more important to U.S., beat back Boko Haram. It was Biden who actually greeted Buhari at the White House that day before he met Obama. In those meetings, Obama promised the Nigerian bunch of fresh military aid to fight the war and find the Chibok girls. Some was made public, much of it not. But the U.S. stopped short of giving the Nigerian what they really wanted: attack aircraft because of human rights concern. It was the Trump administration, considerably less bothered by human rights issues, who agreed to sell Super Tucanos for $600 million and later attack helicopters that Nigeria has long hoped would be the game changer in the fight against Boko Haram. That sales, while mostly paid for, is not yet complete. Ironically, senior State Department officials were staying at the Abuja Hilton in October to finalize the details, while #EndSARS protesters were on the street in Nigerian city. And therein lies the problem for Buhari. The Biden campaign released a statement 2 days before the Trump administration after the military crackdown at Lekki toll gate. It went much further, says the U.S. must stand with Nigeria, who are peacefully demonstrating. The heady days of 2015, when Buhari was seen by Obama and Biden as the man who would fight a quick and victorious war against Boko Haram, are long gone. The war has metastasis. Northeast Nigeria has become the base of one of the Islamic State's most successful regional franchise, ISWAP. So, President Biden may be less welcoming to Buhari, much more skeptical about selling weapons to Nigerian military, and much more forthright in criticizing any crackdown on protests. That's why, despite the tweet, some of the top of the Buhari's administration are neighbors. That's what he had to open up to, that Biden is one person that prioritizes human rights, and he has already proven it when the issue of Lekki shooting took place, and he said, we must stand with the Nigerian people. Yeah, that was what he said. So right now, he's trying to let everyone know that despite the fact that Buhari has congratulated Biden, but Biden may not be walking the way Donald Trump had been working with Buhari administration. But hey, let's just look at the congratulatory message that Muhammadu Buhari sent out to the president-elect of the United States of America, Joe Biden. And according to him, he said, congratulations to U.S. President-elect Joe Biden on his election at a time of uncertainty and fear in world affairs. His election is a reminder that democracy is the best form of government because it offers the people the opportunity to change the government by peaceful means. In a democracy, the most powerful group are not the politicians, but voters who can decide the fate of the politician at the polling booth. The main fascination of democracy is the freedom of choice and the supremacy of the will of the people. Respect for the will of the people is the very reason why democracy remains the best form of government despite its limitation from one polity to another and from one society to another. Those were the words that President Muhammadu Buhari sent out to Joe Biden. And Nigerians, guess what? After Joe Parkinson had said all what he said, a lot of responses came in. And Nigerians spoke about this. This one says here, who gave the order to kill peaceful protesters at the Lekki toll gate on 20th of October 2020? Talking about what President Muhammadu Buhari had said, that respect for the will of the people is the very reason why democracy remains the best form of government, despite its limitation from one polity to the other. Nigerians have started asking a lot of questions. And this one says, peaceful protesters who looted private people's businesses, peaceful protesters indeed. This is coming from another person. But guess what? Those who looted were not actually the peaceful protesters. Let's be real and let's try to be truthful to ourselves. It helps a great deal. Don't allow situation to begin to remote control you and you say things you do not know. It was hoodlums. And when these hoodlums started the fight with the protesters when they came out from one of the big bosses in Lagos State, and they were chasing after the protesters with weapons. After a while, the protesters had to gain momentum and start to fight back at them. The protesters were not those who looted those private premises. It was actually hoodlums who nobody till now can tell where they were coming from, who paid them. So it's wrong for you to draw up conclusion in that regard. It's totally wrong. Another person says it's very unfortunate that the idea expressed in the tweet are not the true reflection of what obtains back home here in Nigeria. Most times, Nigerian leaders admire those countries who have mustered strong political will to build their democracy to an admirable extent. Of course, most of the things that we hear that is being said out to other countries who are well grown in democracy, especially during a period of like this, is not what we are feeling down here. And that's why it's very, very sad. The issue of saying let's shut down, let's regulate social media, Nigerians are complaining because they believe that this is a wrong step in the wrong direction. And I feel that there will be a holdback to all of these. And this one says, listen to yourself. Did you read what you wrote? Do you mean 1% of anything you just wrote here? Because if you did, then Nigeria would have been greater than this. You can hear reactions coming in from Nigerians and they are not happy at all. Nigerians seems not to be happy about what is obtainable in the country. Joe Parkinson have spoken. We do not really know the content of the plan that Joe Biden have, though he had already promised to support Africa because of the huge support that Africans gave to him. But yet, let's see how everything will roll out because there are still a lot of things that are right now going to be looked into. Go to our comment section. Do you think that what Joe Parkinson has said is actually true, that Biden may not be working with the present administration as expected? Let's interact in our comments.